And welcome back to the True Seeker Spotlight interview. I'm Adam Jones, the Communications Director for the Tulsa County District Attorney's Office. Today we are in the brand new Tulsa County Podcast Studio, and we want to give a big thank you to our partners at Tulsa County for allowing us to use this space for today. And we have with us today Abby Banks, Assistant District Attorney in our office on the gangs unit. Abby, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. When I was 11, I walked up to my dad and I said, I think I want to go to law school. And at the time, I didn't really know what that meant or the work that would be involved in that. But throughout high school, college, all of those things, getting to do mock trial, just participating in, various things made me realize how much I really did want to go to law school. And so just kept with it, and here we are today. Yeah,
that's fun because not everybody gets to realize their childhood dreams. Some people, I wanted to be an Army Ranger when I was 11 years old, and I never joined the military. I got into law enforcement, but didn't join the military. So that's fun that you were able to realize that.
Too stubborn to give up, if that makes sense.
That's okay. We're glad that you were.
Yeah.
So during that, did you know you wanted to be a prosecutor from the outset, or how did you decide on prosecution?
So I think I had an idea, kind of, the fact that I wanted to help the community. I grew up in a fire service family, so all of my family members are Tulsa firemen, and so Dad, Grandpa are both retired. I have uncles and cousins that are still on the fire department. So I grew up in a very public service-minded family. So it was kind of through those experiences that I realized I want to do something public service, but I don't know what that looks like for me. And then, as I got older, realizing, what it means to be a prosecutor and realizing that fit the thing that I wanted to do, which was to serve this community that I called home.
Yeah. No, that's excellent. You've been out of law school for how long now?
About 2 years.
And you've been you interned with the office, or what was your experience like?
Yeah, so I went to school at Oklahoma City University, so I actually had a different path than many of the people in our office.
Okay.
I interned at the Oklahoma County District Attorney's Office, and then initially started out as an ADA there. So I was an ADA there for several months, and then decided it was time for me to come home and made the move up here. And Steve welcomed me with open arms, and so it was a good experience to be able to come back. And but had a different path than many of the other people in the office.
No, that's good. I mean, that probably provided you some additional experience that maybe others don't have.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit. You're obviously one of the younger prosecutors, a young woman. What's it been like coming into the office, and how would you describe the overall culture and demeanor of the office?
Yeah, so coming into the office, obviously I didn't know anyone, and I was immediately welcome into this community. I think something that's really distinct about Tulsa County is that we foster a culture of willingness to help people and to make prosecutors better, not only prosecutors, but people. And so that was something that I experienced right off the bat, was coming into a place that was willing to make me a better prosecutor and a better person. And then as, I progressed up from misdemeanors to felonies and went through those paths, you realize that this really is almost kind of like one big family. And, we're there to help each other. We're there to pick each other up when we have a bad day, or, a case that didn't go the way that we wanted it to, or even celebrate each other when we have, big wins or good things happen in the office. So that was something I noticed and that I appreciated, because it was not necessarily something that I experienced with my last office. And so it was very, very distinct and different, and that was something that I really appreciated coming here.
Yeah, I mean, that's been my experience in observing our team, is that everybody is autonomous. Their cases are theirs, and they have complete and full ownership of them, even apart from really Steve or other supervisors. It's very much yours.
Yeah.
But at the same time, all of you attorneys seem to be very cohesive.
Yes.
There's free-flowing conversations about various cases. Everybody wants to ensure that they've seen every angle of their case.
Absolutely.
And they do that by kind of shopping around and staffing the case. And that's, I think that is a really healthy thing, to both be autonomous but also be cohesive.
Right.
That can be a very hard balance to strike. And I think that that's been my observation too. So I'm glad you feel that way.
Yeah.
Obviously you've come from a family of firefighters. Public safety has sort of been ingrained in you, but now you've gone through the ringer. Now you've actually gone to law school. You've been an ADA in Oklahoma County. You've been an ADA in Tulsa County, and certainly you've experienced uncomfortable things. Why is it that your passion for the job seems to be growing and you're not becoming jaded?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think something unique about this experience that I've had is that I don't dread coming to work, right? I come to work every day and I'm blessed and happy to be here. I think there's something special, and I don't think that a lot of people realize the unique position that we are put in as prosecutors. We're there to be ministers of justice, and we're there to find the truth of what happened. And so we are put in a very unique position to do that. And it's an honor that I think not a lot of people, not a lot of people, let alone not a lot of attorneys get to experience that. So I feel a deep and immense sense of pride, but I also feel incredibly humbled by being given this power to be able to be ministers of justice, to find out what the right thing to do is. And as I've progressed and, as I've gone through this office and the more experience that I've gotten, that sense of pride and that sense of being able to be a minister of justice has only grown. And again, that just comes from, two things. One, knowing that that's an incredibly unique position to be in. And number two, knowing that ultimately my decision on certain cases or certain things is there to benefit the citizens of Tulsa County. And so that is incredibly special to me. Like you said, from my public service background, in the family that I grew up in, public service really is it wasn't necessarily that I didn't have a choice, right, to do public service, but I just, in my core, didn't feel like there was anything else that I could do. So yeah, it's an incredibly unique position, and being in this office is something that is incredibly special, and I don't take that for granted. And I think that's why, as I continue through this office, it only grows and doesn't diminish.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. What's your message to somebody out there, maybe the next 11-year-old girl who wants to tell their dad that they want to go to law school? What's your message to the future prosecutor, somebody who wants to get into this line of work?
Yeah, so if you feel like you want to help your fellow man, if you feel like you want to make the world a better place, that starts right in your community. People have big dreams to be, president of the United States, or to go to Capitol Hill, or to do all these things, right? And those things are important, and there's a place for those. But true change happens right in your community. So if you want to change the world, it starts right here. So if that's what you want to do, then you're in a unique position to do that by being a prosecutor. And so if that's where your goals are, then go after it.
No, I love that. That's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing.
For sure.
And
thank you for having me.
It was great to hear your story. I didn't know really any of that, so it was great to get that in real time. And I want to thank all of you for joining us. Find truth, seek justice, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.